First of all, I would like to thank the Greek Network of Resilient Cities for inviting the Portuguese Network of Resilient Cities to participate in this forum with so many distinguished guests and an enormous sharing of good practice that are taking place over these 2 days. Unfortunately, I was not able to participate in person, but given the importance of this relationship that we would like to establish within your network, I had to make the video of our participation and share with you what we do and what we intend to do and the purpose of creating this relationship. I'd like to begin by giving a brief presentation of our network. The Portuguese network currently has 81 cities that are around a third of the Portuguese cities here in our country and the islands, and all of them are in the scope of the United Nations Making Cities Resilience program. All the cities that are engaged in the Portuguese network are part of the MCR 2030 campaign. So this is the beginning of the process of being part of the Portuguese Resilient Cities is being part of the MCR 2030 campaign. This network is managed by a coordination group that is divided in two areas. The regional coordination, we have 6 coordinations for the 6 regions that we have here in Portugal, and we have 3 national coordinators. They are elected, all the 6 coordinators for the regional coordinator and the 3 coordinators of the national coordination are all elected by the participating cities in an election that we promote each 3 years. So the coordination group has 3 years of mandate to manage the activities of this network. We manage the activities at regional level. Each coordinator tried to improve the network in their region, tried to develop the knowledge exchange, tried to build connections between the cities in their region. At the national level, we have the coordination working in especially 3 different areas. The international relations, and I am here because I'm the coordinator with this responsibility of the international connections between the Portuguese network and all the other networks and organizations around the world that can connect with us. We also have a coordinator that is responsible for the national activity, the development of the activities involving different cities, and a coordinator that is responsible with engagement with the National Authority for Civil Protection, the authority responsible for this area in Portugal at national level. As I said, each coordination is set for a 3-year period, and at that time we have new elections carried out to choose the new coordination, and the cities volunteer themselves to be selected at this election to be coordinators. All the work that we do is a voluntary work. All the coordinating elements of this network are volunteers, and all the budget that we use to sustain or finance our activities are the local budgets of our cities. Each city that is in the coordination allocates a budget that can cover our expenses in areas like the ones that we are working, the international engagement that most of the times demands that we go to other countries, to other cities, even to be part of the national forums that we have here in different cities representing this network, is all done by self-funding of the municipalities. Our main focus as a network is sharing knowledge between the network, between the different partners of this network, different cities, sharing good practice, and also sharing problems that cities have that most of the time are common with different cities. And with this sharing, we are able to find more solutions, to find small solutions in some cities, or part of the solution in some cities, parts in other cities, that we can, if we can build a solution using all these small solutions, sometimes we can find a big solution to solve this problem. So this knowledge sharing and being able to share also the problems it's very important for us as a network to help us develop. And for helping promote this sharing and to help every city to be able to share with other cities, we have 2 annual meetings of these networks. One in the first half of the year and another in the second half. In these meetings, the cities that develop programs, different best practice, are invited to present their good practice, to present their projects, to present the impacts of these projects in their cities, and to share them with the other cities that are in this meeting, and with that help other cities develop their strategy for disaster risk reduction. We also invite civil society. We invite academia, researchers, economic activities, different stockholders, even citizens or groups of citizens that are working on disaster risk are invited to these forums to also be part of them, to also share their knowledge, share their interests in these areas, and with that promote engagement of different stockholders in disaster risk in cities. All of this work is all of the wealth of these networks are cities and their projects. So if we can manage to involve civil society in this, with these cities, with the network, we are doing our job as a network, we are doing our job as cities, and we are doing our job for our citizens. So this is one of the things that we are trying to promote with this network, this connection between civil society and cities that sometimes is a difficult part of our strategy. And I would like to end by saying or leaving 2 challenges to the Greek network. The first one is to establish a relationship between the 2 networks, between the Portuguese and the Greek network of resilient cities, and establish a relationship to share good practice and develop projects in disaster risk reduction and mitigation, preparedness and response to climate change between our networks, and create a strength between 2 countries that have several similar problems, and that we can develop a connection that could help each other, help develop the disaster risk and the challenge made by climate change to our cities. The second one is to invite the Greek network of cities to attend the upcoming meeting that we are having, the 22nd meeting that we are having in Portugal of the Portuguese Resilient Cities, that will be held in May from the 21 to the 23rd in the island of Madeira. And we would be very, very proud if you take this challenge and come to Madeira to start working with us. So once again, thank you very much for the invitation, and I look forward to see you in Madeira. Thank you.